This psychological trick is so dangerous that it was banned in schools as well. They say, the most powerful tricks are the ones that never let you learn, because when you understand them, you stop being a follower. You don't react emotionally. You silently start controlling the room instantly, and this makes you dangerous. Back in 1984, a weird tactic was seen in a military psychology experiment. Rather, it was very effective. Within minutes, confident soldiers were made silent, obedient followers. No torture, no threats. Just the way of talking was different. That technique was silently banned, and its document was put in a black file and archived, only for internal use. Years later, a former behavioral specialist leaked a part of it. And today, you are going to know that one part that makes it so dangerous. But there is a warning. When you understand it, you will be able to see people from a different point of view. And the most important thing is, you will know how to bend them. In the experiment, subjects were placed in a room. No weapon, no threat. Just one person was sitting in front of them, calm and silent. He didn't raise his voice nor ask any questions. He just observed them and said some lines in a specific rhythm. This rhythm triggered a strange response. The soldiers felt as if they had chosen to agree. They agreed. They agreed. They agreed. They agreed. But for researchers, it was the most disturbing thing. When soldiers were asked why they believed him, no one had a clear answer. They just said it felt right. It made sense. Then researchers realized that this effect was not logical. It was neurological. It bypasses conscious thought and goes straight to the instinctive brain. The same part that responds to fear, power, attraction, and control. This man was just using a small behavioral glitch to turn off the resistance like a light switch. Now the question is, what was he doing that would melt trained soldiers in minutes? You will understand the whole pattern in a while. But first, it is important to understand how your brain betrays you without you even realizing it. Every second of every conversation, your brain does one thing on autopilot, filtering reality. You think you are listening to what the other person is saying. But no, you are scanning. Should I trust it? Is it dominant or weak? Is it like me or above me? This filtering happens in milliseconds before the first sentence is processed. Before your logic speaks. It is in the limbic system, the oldest, primal part of the brain, which is wired for survival, hierarchy, and surrender. From here, the conversation becomes dangerous. A skilled manipulator. A skilled manipulator does not talk to your logic. He talks directly to your limbic instinct, using body language, micro-expressions, and pacing combo. The one who tricks your brain is considered an authority, leader, or threat. Your defenses get down. Your brain begins to follow without permission. And until you think something is wrong, it's been a long time. Last time when someone convinced you, not because of what they said, but because of their calm, rhythmic, effortless style of speech, you agreed without understanding. You agreed without thinking. And later you couldn't even explain why. This is the blind spot. This same pattern that was used on soldiers is now used on sales calls, political speeches, and social media. This bypasses your logic, education, and experience and goes straight to survival wiring. And the most terrifying thing? Anyone can learn this. That man didn't start with facts in the room, nor did he ask questions. He started with a pause. That pause wasn't silence. It was tension. Just long enough for the other person's brain to fill in the blanks, to subconsciously think, why isn't he speaking? Is he analyzing me? Is he more powerful than me? This was step one, triggering internal dialogue in the mind of others. Without saying a word. Step two, calibrated eye contact. Neither aggressive nor passive. Rather deliberate with brief controlled holds. Just enough for the other person to feel that he is being seen. But there should be a little uncertainty. You are not seeing them. You are seeing through them. Step three, pacing and mirroring. That man matched the body position, tone, or phrasing of the subject. But not to become a copycat, but to give a sign. I am just like you. This trick opens trust. People are trained to resist it. And when the subject lowers their guard a little, then comes step four, a disarming statement. Something unexpected that doesn't fit in any script. Because the moment you break the pattern, the brain freezes for a split second. And in that freeze, you put a command. It may sound a little weird, but in military documents, it was called a compliance disruption cascade. And the reason for this fear? Even those people who knew that this was a trick. Now comes the one thing that no one taught. A specific signal was hidden in that man's delivery, which activated these four steps, without perfect words, tone, or the need for timing. A single nonverbal action that made people feel that this man should be followed, and this signal worked in less than 30 seconds. This was the final piece of the puzzle. What else was this signal? No hand gesture. No words. No posture. This was slow blink. A deliberate, controlled slow blink, which was timed right after the subject spoke. Now listen. Why does this work? In nature, slow blink is a dominant cue. Predators use it to show control. It tells the other's brain, I'm not a threat, and I'm not in a hurry. The limbic brain reads this cue and makes a snap decision. This man is calm and in control. Now connect it with the previous steps. Pause, eye contact, and this slow blink becomes the anchor. It finalizes the command, a silent stamp of authority. That's why it worked, because it manipulates hierarchy recognition. The subconscious mind doesn't listen to the logical voice. It follows what feels like a leader. And leaders don't do it fast. Leaders blink slowly. That's why this black file trick was so dangerous. Because it showed how power can be projected without saying anything. And when someone learns this, he doesn't need to be convinced. But a final warning, never use this for fake value. Because when your presence is showing control, but there is chaos in the actions, people will turn against you. And once this signal is broken, it is almost impossible to make it again. Use it to lead, not to deceive. Because now you know what 99% of the world will never see. If you want to be powerful, join Mindvale and control the game. Otherwise, you will always be weak. The choice is yours.